Hello everyone. In the previous videos we learned that how we can set up the administrator dashboard and a website, right? So now the time is to build our database layer. So in the previous videos we created database in which we named this CMS, right? So it's an empty database, there is no tables, right? So I'm not going to create the tables by going to this MySQL because I'm a big fan of migrations. So migrations are provided by the Laravel, which are used to create the tables. So that's why everyone is saying that Laravel is having some magical methods. So this is not magical, but Laravel have a lot of magical methods that if we are following the Laravel convention, so they support us without doing it ourselves. So Laravel will do it for us, right? I will do this, what I'm going to reference here. Okay, so now I'm going to close this out, and here let's go to the migration database migration. So by default we have create user, password field and personal access token, these migrations. So this comes by default when we are installing our Laravel project. So now the time is to work on the user table, and then we need one more we need three tables. The first one is tag table, then second one is what is the second one, category, and then post, right? So first I'm going to create the first table, PHP artisan make model. Basically I need model and migration too, that's why I'm creating the model, and I will create the migration with the flag of m. So here I'm going to first create the category with migration. So if you define this -m, so it will create the migration for this category, and it will create the plural categories table, and yes, it's created. Okay, what's next? So next we need to add the tag, right? So you can attach multiple tags, so you can relate one to many relation, right? So in this video I think I'm not going to add this out, but if you force that, please add this out. So then I will add this because we need to create the pivot table for this one, and our process will become longer, right? So I'm going to create the category and then a post. So one category relate to this single post, and you can also add the comments, their comments replies, and their keywords, right? I'm not going to do this. I'm going to create this with the post and with the category. So you can, when I'm going to link the category with the post, so then you will get an idea that what's the procedure, how we can link the tags and some other stuff, right? It be artisan make model, and here I'm going to this post, and I'm going to add -m. So now let's go to the category table, and here I'm going to create the category name. So name would be a string. So here I'm going to create the string type. Okay, string name, right? So in my case, when I'm creating the project, any of the projects, I'm going to, when I'm creating the migration, so I'm filling its model, right? Let me go to the category model. So it would be this one, and I'm going to add this into the fillable property, which is used to protect our database, which column we want to fill. So that's why I'm mentioning here a name. We have only one table, that's why I did this fillable, and yes. Okay, so now the time is to work on this another one. So this one is ready, so I don't need this. I need this timestamp and ID, and that's it. Okay, so what's next? I need this here. First I need the foreign key of category, because I will link the category with the post. So here I'm going to create the foreign ID. So there are multiple ways to create the foreign ID, but this one foreign ID helper is a latest, which is quite easy, and it will done the job in the one line. So you don't need to mention the full first you need to find the column and then relate the, then apply the foreign key. So here you need to make sure that you are doing it properly. So first you need to add the model prefix, right? In our case it's a category model, so that's why we added this category. And then you need to add suffix of id, right? So you need to add a hyphen and then you need to add the id. So this, and then you need to call the constraint. So then Laravel knows that this category id is a primary key of category table when you apply this constraint. So Laravel automatically get this out. So that's why I'm saying that Laravel have a lot of magical methods. So this is a magical method that Laravel understand it with this model name with the suffix of hyphen id, right? Okay, so now what's next? So next I need to create the string for post title, and then I need the table, and here I'm going to, not string, I'm going to now add the text. Why I'm adding this text? Because my post contain a description. Basically I'm creating the description column, right? That's why I'm naming this that's why I'm defining its type text, because text have bigger amount of size to store some string. That's why I'm defining text. So you can define medium text, right, this one, or you can say that tiny text. So it's totally depend upon your requirement. And you can also define long text, right? So it's totally upon you. I'm going to define here text because I don't have a lot of information. Description, so it's around contained I don't know what's the value of this one. So in the some video I explained that what are their length, how much length of string, text, and stuff like that. So you can watch my video. I don't know where it is, so I will try to attach the link in the description so you can easily check this out. And then I'm going to create here I'm going to create a boolean value. So I'm going to create a table is publish. Is publish, क्या ये publish है या नहीं? Oops, is it publish or not? So I okay, and here I'm going to pass a false, right? So false mean it's dropped, not published the post. It will return 0. Right? So basically we added this boolean because whenever our post value is 0, so it's mean that it's drafted, but if its value is 1, so it's mean that it's published. So here for is 0 for draft, 1 for published. Okay. So now what's next? Next I need what's next? Boolean, and then I need an image, right? So I'm going to first create the image table, and then I'm going to reference its ID here, right? So I can also create the post ID into this one, but I will prefer to create the gallery table. You can create the photo model name, but I'm going to name this gallery. It's more descriptive with migration because I want to create the gallery table too. Okay, it's added here. So by the way, I'm going to add this gallery foreign key here, right? So let me tell you that table, and then this would be a foreign ID, and this would be a gallery ID. Okay, and then I'm going to apply the constraint here. So now there is a problem. So what's the problem? I'm creating this post table with this gallery ID. So our Laravel migration executed from top to bottom. It will first create execute the user, then password, then field, stuff like that. But when it come on this post table, so it will create this foreign key, but this table is creating after this post, right? So it's going to throw an exception that you perform foreign key in a wrong way, right? So how to prevent this issue? So we need to change the order of this migration. So I need to add this before this post. So I can do this. So this these migration are ordered by their time. So if I go here and let me copy its time, so it's ordered by this time, right? So if you will update this time, so this will be updated their order. So this gallery contain, let me rename the time. So I pasted this time and it's 943, so I'm going to make this 942, so it will be become first before this post, and yes, it's now added before the post table. And now we are not going to throw any exception because we added this before, and our table will be created and then foreign key will be also created. So here I'm going to also create the image name. Let me make this string, and you can also make this text, but our image maybe we can say that it would be a 10 in text. It's contain not too much too longer value. So here I'm going to name this name, or you can name this image, right? So okay, so galleries, let me name this image. Okay, and then what's next? Then I need to define this one is an image, and here I'm storing the gallery ID. So I don't need to mention this because I add this here. So you can also add this foreign key into the gallery table, so you can post create the post ID here. So now our gallery table is ready, our post table is ready, category is ready, and that's it. So I'm going to run these migrations. So what's the command? So the command is PHP artisan migrate. Okay, hit enter, and yes, it's executing and everything is working fine. And if I go here and let's get refresh, so this CMS will be filled up with this table. So that is the beauty of Laravel. And yes, this CMS contains now tables which we created right now, a category and stuff like that, right? So here we have a category, okay, and this one contain a post, and this one contain a user table. So I need to add something into the user table. So let me go to the user migration, and here I'm going to add what I'm going to add. So basically, no, I'm not going to add anything into the user table. So let's close all of the migration stuff and then create the admin model. Let me check the video size. Oh, it's going bigger, but I'm going to, yes, I will do this in the next video where I'm going to install the Laravel UI package, which is used for authentication, which will create the login, register, forgot, and reset password links for us, and it will also create the login functionality with the dashboard, and we will replace our dashboard with the Laravel default one, right? So if you like this video, please share your feedback on this video, and also subscribe the YouTube channel for more videos. So I will meet you in the next one. Bye bye.